Hi there and welcome. In this video, we speak about all things Workbook E. Workbook E is typically used in Irish primary classrooms in 5th class. It is important to note, first of all, with every workbook in relation to spellings for me, A, B, C, D, and F, there is a checklist that accompanies the workbook for you as a teacher. This is the only thing you really should and have to print. It's 4 pages back to back or 8 A4 pages. It will guide you step by step on how to use the program, but also it will ensure that you use it as efficiently as possible while not missing out on any key areas of the program. It is located in the printable section of your profile. We would have emailed it to you at the start when creating your teacher account, but it is also available to you in the printable section of your profile. This is what the first page of the student workbook looks like for Workbook E. You as a teacher will print out the students' login cards from the report section of your profile. You'll generate their signing cards and they will cut those out and stick those into that section there you can see in the left hand side where there's a space left for it. That will contain their username and password so that they can log into their online Spellings for Me account. What's also important to note that every one of our workbooks is available in ebook format. You can display, instead of being at the top of the classroom with the workbook in your hand, pointing out different areas on the workbook, you can display it on your interactive whiteboard and flick from page to page exactly like a normal book. Okay. What we get covered in Workbook E. So there are 34 units. We focus on, from units 5 up to units 34, we focus on a theme per week based upon morphology or etymology. Okay. Just so you know, pages 4 to 13 give instructions, give tips, explain different areas in relation to the strategies. They are pages that the students can refer to at any stage during the school year. If you are new to using Spellings for Me, we have practice units at the start, units 1, 2, 3, and 4. Even if your class have been doing Spellings for Me for the last 2, 3, 4 years, we still recommend you do these practice units. You don't have to spend all 4 weeks doing them, of course. You can get them done a little bit quicker if your students are well ahead in relation to using the program. But it is of the utmost importance that you as a teacher revise the strategies with them and complete units 1, 2, 3, and 4. From unit 5, every student will now be using their individualized grids. They will all have their individualized grids ready to go for every week. That testing will most likely take place to allow them to have those grids and those words built up in weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, you're given 4 weeks to get as much of that testing done as necessary. As a 5th class teacher, an important thing to note is you may need to skip certain children on levels. There is a video just like this in relation to skipping levels. This page, this image on the left-hand side is on page 4 of every single Spellings for Me workbook. It is the most important image we have in relation to the program because you have to understand how the program works, but it's nice if the students in your class understand why they're taking certain tests. Most of your children are going to be on the yellow spelling tests. If they're not, you might have students that use the Dolch tests that are built into our system or the SNP test. And if you're interested in using that approach, we have a video called Using Spellings for Me in Support that may be of interest to you. But how is it going to work for the majority of your students? They're going to take their yellow spelling test. They ask you, why am I taking my yellow spelling test? Well, we need to find out what words in English language you as a student do not know. And when we find out what words in English language you don't know, we're going to put those words into grids, and I'm going to print out those grids for you as your teacher once per month, and I'm going to give you those grids to cut up and stick into your workbook once per month. You're going to study 12 words per week over a 4-week cycle, okay? And at the end of 4 weeks, you as the student are going to be tested on the 48 words you've been studying. 12 words for over 4 weeks is 48 words. I want to see, as your teacher, how many words you have managed to learn over the course of 4 weeks. Let's say you managed to spell 45 out of 48 correct. Super. The 3 words you misspell go into your next Orange Learning Words test because you haven't managed to learn them. However, you now only have 3 words, so you go back to your yellow spelling test to build back up to 48 so that you're ready to go again for the next 4 weeks. This is the general cycle in relation to Spellings for Me. You as a teacher have to understand how it works, but it is important if the students, it's nice if the students in your class know, why am I taking my yellow spelling test? Why am I taking my Orange Learning Words test? There is a page in the teacher manual in relation to top tips for smaller words. We go into this a little bit further in the video on support. Also, we go into actually a little bit further on the video Drop Everything and Spell if you want to look at both of those videos. This page, or these 2 pages, are in the first few pages of your students' workbooks as well. Don't brush by them. I know it's tempting to brush by through the instructional pages, but it is of huge benefit if you go through every one of these words and question and query the students on why they're there and what strategy is being used. If you don't know what the strategies are and you're listening to this video, don't worry. We teach these children through video lessons explicitly in the first 2 weeks how to use these spelling strategies and what they are. But question them and query them at certain stages throughout the year. Look at the first word. The word is quarter. What strategy is being used? Well, the student has found a mini word inside the word quarter. The word is art, A-R-T. So that is the strategy this student is focusing on. Question them on the next word, minute. What strategy has been used? On the next word, curious. What strategy has been used? Different strategies are being used throughout these 2 pages. Query them, question them on what strategy. It'll show them that there's a page to refer to at any stage through the school year. These are just some examples of activities that we cover in 5th class. The activities change workbook by workbook based more so on students' maturity levels. We don't want students doing the same activities year after year, so we change them per year. Also, these 3 pages are there in from pages 4 to 13 as well. If you do assign testing in relation to online testing at home, now we do prefer if the testing takes place in school, just so you know, we know what's been done honestly. But if you do assign it for homework, they can log when they logged in, when they logged out, and when the testing took place. We've created a dictionary for them there. There's a lesson in Unit 2 or Unit 3 of the workbook explaining create a dictionary and how to use it. And also on the right hand side there's a section for them to record any errors that they may make in their homework copy or their free writing or any other copy that you as a teacher correct. You circle for them and you highlight that they've made a spelling error. Usually they close the book and they never look at it again, but if they have now a section in their workbook to place these words into. And this flowchart. The page here that you see in front of you is page 13. It's there to help the students decide what strategy they should use for the word that they have. Okay, as I said, if you don't know what the strategies are, don't worry, because as you can see on the right hand side, we have video lessons that explain these strategies to your students. And getting into Unit 1. This is where the video lessons come into play. You should play them, you must play them really. They are utmost important to play these video lessons. If you were looking at this webinar breakdown after week 1 or week 2 and you haven't played the videos, I would urge you to go back and play the videos at some stage for your students. It is really beneficial that they understand how to best use these strategies. As you can see, there's video lessons going for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. These video lessons are 8, 9, 10 minutes each, and they will typically be used the first week of your using Spellings for Me. It ensures that they know how to use these strategies properly. If you're looking for more information on this, look at the video, the spelling strategies, or look at the video, Drop Everything and Spell. Here's Unit 2, where we just introduced a few new games. And here's Unit 3, where we introduce a few new games and activities that they will be completing throughout the year. Then we get into Unit 4, where the real work starts. Okay, every student gets this list. As you can see, it's a general list. It's not individualized to every student, but we want them to discuss these words. We want you to discuss all 4 strategies within the word. If I can get you to look at the 3rd word there, the word is elbow. Can you find a mini word inside the word elbow? Yes, the word bow is inside there. You would look at the other strategies. Can you see any other strategies in those words? So could you create a mnemonic using the word elbow? Of course you could. Can we think of a letter drawing for elbow? Can we think of a letter string? Can we think of any other OW words? And when you think about it, the children will be able to think of lots of other OW words. Okay? So you'll discuss each one of these words. You might decide to do these pages as a group, as a class, where you all even write in the same things while you're getting used to Spellings for Me, if it's the first year of you using Spellings for Me as a teacher and it's their first year as your students. And these are the activities. Most people view Spellings for Me as a workbook, still as a traditional spelling workbook, but it's so important to realize that the benefits of these activities only come into play if you complete them in school. Okay, I'm going to highlight that in a few minutes using one of these activities. By the time we get to Unit 5, just so you know, the individualized spellings come into play. Every student gets their own set of words based upon the errors that they have made through their online profile. Where you find these words is you go to the report section of your profile and you click Learning Words with Answers. Why you click that is you will get 25 students, 25 pages will come out of your printer like this. We do recommend that you print with the errors for the majority of your students. Children with assessment dyslexia, this may be too many letters, just so you know, but there is also a disclaimer. You must print with color ink. Okay, if you don't, the students may mix up the word that they're supposed to be learning. The benefits are here for the student. First of all, they get to see, how did I misspell the word? I spelled engage, I spelled it I-N-G-A-G-E instead of E-N-G-A-G. How did I misspell urban? I spelled it U-R-B-O-N instead of U-R-B-A-N. I get to see exactly how I went wrong. You as my teacher get to see exactly how I went wrong. But anybody looking in at home can see why exactly I am being sent home with this list of words. Okay? So you stick grid 1 into unit 5, grid 2 into unit 6, grid 3 into unit 7, and grid 4 into unit 8, and you're ready to go for your individualized spelling list for the next 4 weeks. Every student will stick in their own grids. These are the activities Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. In relation to what should I do at school and what should I do at home, these 2 pages should always be done in school. I would urge you, if you can, to look at the video, drop everything and spell, because the schools that build spellings for me and build these activities into their daily routine are the schools that benefit the most from using the program. To give you an example, if you look at activity 1, which will be Monday's activity, if you were to assign this for homework, the children will spend 2 or 3 minutes writing in those 7, 8 words on the right-hand side, and that's it. No learning takes place, no discussion takes place. But there is huge scope for learning using this activity. This is our morphology or etymology lesson, is always on a Monday. Trans means across or over. Query them, question them. How can they explain how any of these words mean across or over? Somebody in your class is going to be able to explain how transplant or transport or transaction, how one of these words means across or over. And all of a sudden, curiosity raises between the students. How do the rest of the words mean across or over? They start to discuss it. You as a class start to discuss it. This lesson, from if you initially decided to just write in the words and close the book, could have been 2 minutes. However, now it's a 5-minute, a 10-minute, a 20-minute lesson if you want it to be. By the time you discuss and you figure out, they figure out how all of these words mean across or over. There are huge benefits to this. Please be aware, this is not spellings for me. Yes, we do build it into our workbooks from Workbook B up to Workbook F, but this is from the primary language curriculum. We want you to be able to take it off your list. We want it covered every single Monday in relation to that. Tuesday will be the word ladder completed in school. Wednesday will be fill the gap completed in school. And then on Thursday, they have the game. The game will usually be every second Thursday, just so you're aware. So the benefits are completely there if you complete these activities in school. If your class is new to Spellings for Me, I would urge you to complete every area of the workbook in school until Halloween at least, maybe even Christmas if it's your first year of using it. How they start using the program will determine how they continue to use it. 3rd class, 4th class, 5th class, 6th class, okay? They then move on to Unit 6, where their individualized 2nd grid is there. The activities that they have, free writing is every 2nd week. They move to Unit 7, same thing, different activities, and they move to Unit 8. At the end of Unit 8, they've now finished their full grid of 48 words. They've studied 12 words per week for 4 weeks. So it's now time to do their test and be assessed on how much learning has taken place. You unlock their orange test. If you're interested in this, the video is called Running Spellings for Me in Your Class. They do their orange test, they do their yellow test, and they build up their new 4 grids for the next 4 weeks. And then you stick those grids into Unit 9, 10, 11, and 12. You're now ready to go again, and the cycle continues again. Okay? What is covered in relation to morphology or etymology is in brackets there. Unit 5, we study trans words. Unit 6, we study anti-words. Unit 7, we study hydra words. As you can see, there's a plan right throughout the course of the year, but also that plan is from Workbook B right up to Workbook F. Okay. Most importantly, please print your checklist. It'll guide you step by step on the different tasks that you have to do. And as I said, it's available in the printable section of your profile. Please be aware, we are always here for support. If you want to email us at info@spellingsforme.ie or give us a phone call on 015351661, we are happy to help. Okay. If you log in, we can see exactly what you see while you give us a call or send us an email. So we're happy to discuss any area of your profile. Thank you very much.